Welcome, brother and sisters, to the Church of the Honored One for uh what is it? Jumpcast episode 40. I'm your host today, Nick, joined by my other two hosts, the other two Maxes. And today we're gonna be covering chapter 233 of Jujutsu Kaisen. You guys wanna say hi?
Hello.
Praise be brother
Preach,
Gojo.
brother, preach!
Praise be to brother Gojo. I just hit my elbow under the table. Praise be to brother Gojo for pulling off a 3v1.
Yes. I I think what is it? I'll just go over the recap for this chapter and then we can just jump straight into what we think. It starts off from where we were last chapter with Gojo getting slashed and everyone's reaction. Yuji just saying that there's still hope for Gojo, that like now it's more even ground, and even though that it's like a small wound, Gojo can heal it. Shoko then says, no, his output is decreasing dramatically. It's the same thing with Sukuna because of the domain expansions, just everything that they've thrown out. And then the narrator goes on this whole spiel of everyone realizing that moment just for a second that Gojo could lose, and he himself even thought that. But along with that thought of failure came the thought of satisfaction as Gojo dreams of Toji, and just like the last time he had a tough fight. So with that, he's like, I'm not done yet. Starts whacking around Mahoraga, starts trying to attack him. Sukuna wakes up, throws out some rabbits. They start getting into a little bit of a scuffle, 2-on-1. Sukuna pulls out a piercing blood, but not really, which is really crazy. It just shows how Sukuna knows a lot more than we thought he did. And also, to go along with that, after all, everything, I'm trying to get everything right. Along with that, we learned that Mahoraga, whenever he hits Gojo, Infinity is just gone. So the piercing blood could hit Gojo. They're jumping around, and he's just trying to think, how can I beat this 2-on-1? And then Sukuna's like, no, this is actually a 3-on-1. And then with all the jokes that come out after he summons a Chimera mix Shikigami, it's mommy and daddy taking care of their little kid. That's Sukuna. Gojo just is dodging everything and is still handling the 3-on-1 perfectly. And then actually hits Mahoraga, barely does any damage, but then says, oh, I'll have to finish this with unlimited hollow. So there was a secret technique that Gojo had that everyone was speculating on. So yeah, that was the recap.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. That was fantastic. There's a lot here to talk about. This is crazy, to put it mildly.
Oh, there was something that I read and I wanted to talk about. Do you mind if I bring it up really quickly?
Go ahead.
I've told everyone my notepad of notes for each chapter is normally not that long. This one is maxed out this week, so I'm excited. So Sukuna, of course, we saw did a piercing blood gesture. I don't know if it's a theory or it's been confirmed. People are saying that was Max Elephant he was using. Like he just like condensed
That
water.
was
Yeah. I don't know if audience picked that up, but I was really normally I have to ask these questions, and I picked it up and I was like, oh my god, I get to bring something up that I know happened. I was excited, but I just wanted to bring that up. And I get it at first I didn't pick it up because this is a black and white medium, and so it's basically a black line. I mean, not fully, but I didn't pick it up, and then I picked it up and I got really excited. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, you're all good, dude. There wasn't really anything to talk about with that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, nobody had anything else going on. My apologies, but yeah. Dries, I want to get your input on why this is crazy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I want to hear everything going on.
Well, yeah, okay, we'll just go down the list. I mean, for one, yes, the piercing blood, because it's not piercing blood, it's Max Elephant question mark. We definitely need to talk about that.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Second of all, we need to talk about Gojo chanting to enable his curse technique reversal. We also need to talk about just generally, is Gojo gonna lose? Question mark. Is he still that guy? Is he still that guy? Please, is he still that guy?
He is.
Um,
don't even worry about it, baby. He is.
Exactly. We also need to talk about. We need to discuss more about the how Mahoraga adapts, because we still haven't exactly been told just blatantly how that works, and we need to deliberate. Secondly, what is merged beast Agito? What is that thing? Obviously, it's a combination of all the Shikigami, but we also have to get into that more. Side note, Sukuna is a little punk for making it a 3-on-1. L plus ratio. Bro is the weakest sorcerer. I think that's pretty much it. And then we also have to figure out what the hell Unlimited Hollow is, because when I read that for the first time, I was so confused, because I was like, wait, Purple Hollow? Unlimited Void? Wait, what? Hold on a second.
I thought it was a typo.
I did too. I was like, what are you talking about? I thought he nullified that already.
You guys thought it was a typo?
Yeah, I was so
I
confused.
thought they combined like Purple Hollow and Unlimited Void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess let's start with that.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with that? Nick, do you have an answer?
With Unlimited Hollow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be for real. The only thing that I could think of what it would be is that I don't think it's gonna be like the suicide move that Yuki pulled off, but I think it will be something pretty crazy or similar to it in the fact of I think Gojo is gonna cover himself in a form of Limitless that acts like Purple Hollow. So like he's gonna have infinity that like if anything comes near it, it's gonna be like torn and shred apart. Like reality's just gonna be bent around.
That's interesting.
That's my only thing that I think it could be. And I agree. It's been very weird these chapters on what we think actually got adapted or not. So from how I take it is that the I guess it makes sense because we need to look back at the Mahoraga fight with Sukuna to actually really like dig down deep to it. But maybe it's the fact that what's my best way to put it? So we know I'm gonna try to break it down with Mahoraga can adapt to something with the wheel. So like if he gets hit with it once, the wheel turns and then he's adapted to it. But I think that he needs to be fully conscious of that he's adapted to it, and I mean that in the sense of like when he threw out Reversal Red at Mahoraga, I think that he was too busy defending the merged beasts to actually like be completely adapted to it, if you know what I mean. Do you guys get what I'm trying to get at?
On page 19 when he throws the
Yeah.
red? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think is the case, because it's also the same thing with Mahoraga when Malevolent Shrine was pulled out. Like, he still got hit with the Cleave and Dismantle. It was super nerfed. Like, he wasn't dying from it. Like, he was probably in the same state that Gojo was, of just like, oh, I'm constantly being slashed with a really weak technique and I'm just healing over it. So I think that that's what the case is right now.
Oh, so you're comparing it to like the Shibuya fight during Shibuya when Mahoraga and Sukuna fought. That's like you're like okay.
Because that's our only other really good example of Mahoraga adapting like that.
Dude, if only Mahoraga got brought out when like Megumin's ass was getting handed to him by not Gojo, Toto.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That would have been hilarious.
But yeah, no, dude.
So yeah, that's my best bet. Yeah. Do you guys have any idea on what you think the Unlimited Hollow could be?
I like your idea of like encasing himself in Purple Hollow. I have no idea. Like, it's 2 words. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. Maybe unlimited void, but more space or something. I don't know. But then Mahoraga could have technically adapted to it. Like, it's one of those things where, like we always say, we just gotta wait till next week or wait till Wednesday when the leaks come out because we're not on break. Just gotta. We can theorize, but we won't know till next week. Is my thing.
Yeah.
And I don't like being wrong, so I'm not gonna put any theories out there.
No, that's fair. I have a feeling
I don't take L's.
Exactly. I have a feeling it's gonna be something pretty similar to what we saw with I think it's Yuki. Yep, it's Yuki. I think with the black hole.
Yeah.
Just being like, okay, well, my curse technique can just screw with gravity, so screw it. Just I'm gonna make a black hole.
Break everything.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be the same thing where it's just gonna be some kind of overwhelming technique that is definitely gonna put the lives of everyone else in danger because that's just how it's gonna have to go. I mean, I think Nick, you probably hit it pretty close on the head with what it's gonna be of like just Gojo turning like a small field around him into hollow purple, but I'm starting to think that maybe he'll just do it from every direction all at once within a certain radius.
Everyone.
Like what he did with Azure Blue or whatever when in the Toji fight. Something similar to that, but like on a larger scale with Purple Hollow itself.
Right. It's gonna be.
Oh, I see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. Something like that.
Imagine if Gojo. Sorry, Max. Can I interrupt for a second?
Yeah, no, go for it.
Imagine, Gojo shoots the Purple Hollow. Imagine instead of shooting it, if he just, like with Azure Blue, he just like whipped it around him and just destroyed everything around him. I don't know if he can do that, but imagine if he did and could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just thought that came in. We were talking about when Max, you were talking about what you think it could be. But instead of, he makes the. I just muted myself. Makes the ball and then shoots it. Imagine he keeps it not attached to his fingers, but he's holding on to it and then just spins around.
Yeah.
It makes a circle and destroys. I don't know.
No, that's probably what's gonna be happening, especially because he's in a 3-on-1 and he's constantly getting like if they're constantly just getting up in his face, then yeah, just do that. Just evaporate everything around you.
Yeah. You go next.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm happy Sukuna is finally embracing his the fraud allegations.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
now when do we get to see Yuji and Kashimo jump in? Like that's why I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm still holding on to hope. Be so cool.
This will be just the last thing with the unlimited hollow, and of course the second that I say that, it completely escapes my brain. Oh crap, I feel like it has to be something that throws everyone off guard. Like even Sukuna wouldn't be able to like realize like, oh crap, he could do this. And I forgot, the concept was just at the tip of my tongue, but then I lost it. Sorry, we'll just go on, and if I remember it.
Well, maybe it's something like he infuses his domain into Purple Hollow.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you just did, like, a barrierless domain one more time, just, like, his nose is bleeding. What I thought it was is that I think it'd be fun, like, if he had, like, hollow purple surrounding him, like, really small ones. And just the entire time while he's fighting, they're, like, flying around, like, destroying things.
Oh, like revolving around him like a solar system or something, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And like that'd be cool. He's the black hole, and then just everything surrounding him. But the other thing is that I feel like it'd be really fun next chapter to even show that while he's pulling off the technique, he's chanting to try to keep up his curse energy output. I think it'd be really fun just to see him just like start smacking people while like saying all this weird stuff.
I think it'd be cool because like we saw like last time he had to get pushed to his limits, and he unlocked like the core curse energy. He like was high basically when him and Toji went against each other again. I think it'd be cool if like since maybe Gojo, 6 Eyes like rejuvenates and optimally uses his cursed energy so well that it seems like he has unlimited cursed energy. I'd like to see if like we're getting to the maybe not the end of Gojo's cursed energy capacity, but maybe maybe dipping in that kind of territory.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to bring out something like that again would be really like I guess that would be like the unlimited hollow or whatever. But
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah. So okay. Oh man, this is just so much stuff going on all at once.
I want to get your guys' take. So they were saying that it's taking reverse curse technique red, more time to adapt than below. Are you guys thinking your thought process on that more just, because it's reversing a curse technique, or how are you guys thinking that's working? Why it's taking Mahoraga more time to adapt to red?
That's a good question. I think I actually
don't think
know.
They talk about it. They don't really talk about it. They kind of just mention it.
Yeah,
it felt like.
That's interesting that you bring that up, because I don't know why Mahoraga wouldn't be able to adapt to it more easily. Because I feel like since it's the reverse of it's literally the reverse curse technique, so why wouldn't it be easier for Mahoraga to be able to adapt to that in the first place, since he already knows what the curse technique is, I guess, forwards.
If you don't mind me asking, when do they mention it? Are you just talking about like at the end of the chapter, or like?
I believe they mentioned it. Oh, where was it?
Yeah, so on page 12.
20. Yeah. Oh, page 12. Apparently, I'll let you, Max. You go first. There's a point where.
Yeah. So page 12. Gojo, in Gojo's head. So he's talking. Regardless of what comes with a domain, he can't use Malevolent Shrine and 10 Shadows at the same time. He may have been able to simultaneously draw on a Shikigami besides Mahoraga because he's adapted to my invulnerability and has enough resources left over for a curse technique. That means adapting to reverse red will take time compared to the curse technique lapse. That's better for me than Mahoraga restricting my moves. And that's when Sukuna brings out the 3v1. And then on the
page
last
20,
on the last page, Gojo is thinking it's not having much effect, and not just because my output's low. I had only hit it with red once, and not even directly. So maybe Mahoraga's adaptation isn't all or nothing, but happens in gradations, like a gradient. That leaves one way to erase Mahoraga in a single blow. And it takes time. Yeah, so it takes time, and Sukuna is wary of it. That's why he keeps attacking instead of adapting to red, but there's no other choice. And that's why he's bringing out this last technique to be like the one thing, like Sukuna, the one thing that is just able to completely wipe out Mahoraga.
Alright, then I guess it's kind of explained right there is that and as you put it pretty well, Dries, is that like it's in gradients. So I guess that leaves the question on whether it's like an individual attack that he can adapt to, or if it's like
there's
the concept of the attack.
There's probably like different levels to different techniques. Like with the gambling domain, I feel like that would be something that you wouldn't necessarily be able to adapt to really easily. But like the lightning shock, he'd be able to adapt to that pretty freaking easily if it didn't instantaneously kill him in the first attack.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think that's why Mahoraga adapted so easily and quickly to Sukuna's techniques initially, because he literally only has two, and they hit the exact same every time.
Right.
There's not variation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it seems to be. And I think also the other factor is that Gojo didn't hit Sukuna that much with red compared to blue.
Right.
Like if we want to look at it like that, because like he was throwing blue everywhere compared to like I think that he hit him with red 3 times or 2 times.
Something like that.
Yeah, because he hit him once when they were in the domain, and then he hit him once with that nasty back shot right before the black flash. So I think it's that, and I think it may also just be the fact that like since it is still technically the reverse curse technique, it's a little bit weirder for Mahoraga's wheel to adapt to it, just due to the fact that it is a reverse of it.
Right.
So like I don't even know what's a good example of like trying to compare the two.
I don't know.
I don't know what are like polar opposite attacks. Like, I'm trying to think of one in real life that isn't that would be comparable, but I can't think of anything.
Oh wait, what do you mean? Well, I mean, a simple way of putting it would be just be like an attack and a counter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but like I'm trying to think of two completely opposite things from each other. Like my best way to put it, but it's still like Gojo's technique is like it's like either getting hit with the punch or having your whole body be thrown into the fist itself. So those are still two very different things.
Oh, okay.
Like think of like your muscles have to adapt differently for that.
Right. You're bracing
Like,
differently.
Exactly. That's such a good way to put it.
Yeah, I guess that
What
makes
what
sense.
other notes do you guys have?
I'll let you go.
Yeah, I mean, I guess working backwards, might as well just do it that way. Let's talk about this weird looking alien thing, merged beast. Like, okay,
That was gonna be
And
what I was gonna talk about too.
the full name, Nue Totality Merged Beast Agito. Is this the final Shikigami that we haven't seen? I don't think so. I think this is just something Sukuna's messing around with that only he can do because of his like knowledge with cursed energy. But it's weird looking.
Like we've at least got Nue, the deer, the tranquil deer,
Right.
and the demon dog, the totality of demon dog.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's any
I
more
think
people
it's
are
just
noticing.
those three.
Yeah,
I
those are
think
the
that's
three
the
I've
only three.
noticed, but I don't think there's any more.
Is the
My
tail
original
is the
yeah.
tail from Max Elephant? You think?
No, I think it's the tail that
No.
Nue had. Not Nue had, but I don't know, because it looks like a snake.
Sukuna's Sukuna's Nue, how it had a tail on it.
Oh, like the giant one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my
Um,
original thought was, I thought this was Yorozu's like gift, which we still also have not
yeah.
seen the gift that Yorozu gave to Sukuna. So I hope we get to see that soon on top of whatever this
me too.
does.
That's probably what's gonna be pulled out next chapter.
Yeah.
I would hate for this fight to just become, oh, Gojo does this, so Sukuna's gonna do this to counter. I'd hate for just keep being like that chapter to chapter, but there's our concepts and abilities I want to see. This entire fight hasn't felt like it, but there's been moments that have. It's like, oh well, Gojo's gonna do this. Well, I'm gonna bring out Mahoraga. Oh, Gojo does this, or oh, Sukuna does this. I'll try and domain. Oh, Gojo's gonna domain.
That's how it is gonna be, sadly, though, for the rest of the
I
fight.
guess it will.
Like,
We've talked about it in the past, like the war of attrition,
Mhm.
kind of deal, where it's just gonna be them just constantly throwing stuff at each other. I guess it could go down that route. I'm just not personally like fights like that. I'm not just the biggest fan of it because I love Bleach, but Bleach kind of has an issue with that.
Yeah.
It's had it with a few of the big fights. So that's just my personal opinion. I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, you're all good. The thing is, I feel like that's how it has to be, though, for this fight to finish, because I can't really, that's the only way that they can actually one-up each other is by throwing out stuff that the other person didn't know about, so Gojo's probably going to throw out unlimited hollow, and so then I think that he's going to get rid of Mahoraga, as I've been theorizing, but at the end of that, it's going to be like, the end of the fight between Megami and Reggie in the Calling Games, where they're both at their wits' end, and they both stand up and they're about to fight, and then Reggie's like, he doesn't have any other Shikigami, it's a pure one-on-one fight, and as he says that, Totality knocks a chunk out of him. I think it's going to be that same thing, but it's not going to be Totality, it's going to be whatever Yorozu gave to Sukuna. That's the gift that she gave to him. It's that one last trump card that Sukuna had on Gojo, and it was something that was completely out of his control. It was just due to the fact that he got it from Yorozu. I feel like that's how the fight's gonna end, because it's also been showing, as we've talked about before, it's the whole thing of just I'm gonna teach you what it's like to be what's it, to be in love, or it's like the whole thing
What
with like
love
being
means or something.
yeah, what love means and like how it is being the strongest and how lonely it is.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what
that's
it could end up
really cool.
being? It could end up being like another curse tool, like maybe a copy of the I can't remember what it's called, but with the Toji, the knife slash spear that
Inverted sphere.
yeah,
Inverted
inverted.
sphere.
Fair, I think.
Yeah, it could be something like that where it nullifies a technique and then he ends up piercing his
Just
skull or
stabs
something.
Gojo right in the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be a really good freaking callback.
Mhm.
Because like when Gojo was crazy, just like, you didn't kill me because you didn't stab me in the head with that thing.
You didn't
stabbed me
cut
with
my
a
head
regular
off, is what I think is the line. But callback, and that's how Gojo gets beat.
Yeah.
Be kind of sick, honestly. I don't want Gojo to lose, but I will admit that's pretty sweet.
Mhm.
I think it was both. I think it was like both lob my head off and stab me with that thing.
Yeah. Oh, because he didn't stab. He stabbed him with the other knife in the head. He
Yeah,
didn't
with
stab
the
him
other knife. Yeah.
But yeah.
Going back to that thing, this isn't the last Shikigami. I think that everyone agrees on that. It's just proving that Sukuna is better with the 10 shadows than Megami ever would have been, because Megami thinks so like linear compared to Sukuna. Like, this is such a good example of like with the 10 shadows technique, he was able to make something that's just as big, and I'm assuming as strong as Mahoraga, of course with like a few different abilities, and the fact that he could pull out a piercing blood like
Yeah. The
move
using Max
from Max
Elephant.
Elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's not just that, like when he fought Yorozu, he like didn't fully manifest the demon dogs either.
Mhm.
And that made it so that he could like attack at a larger range and everything. Um like he just knows how to experiment, and that's why he's so good with
Yeah.
10 shadows.
He just has so many options.
Yeah,
He's more creative. I
Mhm.
don't know if Gary
exactly.
said that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, at the beginning of the fight or beginning of the chapter, I don't know if you guys are thinking this way. One of my big notes I put down is like Gojo is able to keep up. Like, I was worried that, oh no, Mahoraga is adapted, it's over. But Gojo was able to, keep up with Mahoraga and not be just completely bodied with him, which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, we see Sukuna did it in Shibuya, but
Mhm.
my thought is always just like, oh, Maharaga's. My thought throughout this entire fight is, oh, once he's adapted, it's over. Like, Gojo can fight with his hands, but like, that's not what's gonna save him in this fight. So I was like, oh, it's over. And then I'm like, oh, it's not. Like, let's go. Like, this fight's gonna keep going. I don't know.
Pop
Your guys'
off,
thought.
King.
Pop off, King. Like, my thought was like, at least. I guess. Okay, this leads me crossing out one of my notes. I have two more. First thing, how are you guys thinking pacing of this fight? How much more are you thinking? You think one? I'm thinking one more chapter, personally, with how one more with how the ending was of like this new technique, maybe two to bring out whatever Yorozu's gift was and finish it off. But my thought was just kind of one. It's gonna end here. We're gonna be done. Then we move on to the next arc of the next plot point of this arc. Would it be avenging Gojo, going after Kenjaku, whatever?
Mhm. I personally think it's probably gonna be two, just because of the gift. Like next chapter, it's gonna be Gojo's gonna pull out whatever the heck unlimited hollow is. It's not gonna work, and then it's gonna be whatever Sukuna has in his pocket that Yorozu gave to him.
All right.
Oh, 1 second, guys. Keep talking.
Okay.
What is it? I agree with that. Just purely how I can see it going is that, because it's usually like 20 pages. So I think that the first 15 pages of the next chapter is just going to be talking about how busted and crazy Unlimited Hollow is, and how it actually is just like messing up Sukuna and his plans and everything. He's going to wipe out Mahoraga. He's going to go straight for Sukuna.
Oh, like
Then
Maharaga's
boom.
gone after this, you think?
Yes,
Like,
I
okay.
really think so, just because that would nerf Sukuna a crap ton. Or that, or like he deals like uh the worst damage to Sukuna ever, or like um I think that he already honestly did that with the Black Flash. Like it's gonna be the same situation with Mahito, where Mahito's just like, gosh, if I didn't get hit with those Black Flashes, I would have been at a way better position. But he's gonna get rid of Mahoraga. He's gonna release the Chimera afterwards, and then right as Gojo is going for Sukuna, um, boom, Yorozu's gift, and then that like blasts a hole through Gojo. Like either
Oh,
Gojo's
like it's the
donated
perfect
or like
sphere. Like that was her gift to him, just giving him the perfect sphere or something.
yeah, like
Dang.
honestly, like
That would be a nice callback
again,
to like,
yeah,
because we see Gojo in Toji's kind of same outfit,
exactly.
and then he gets
just
he gets donated as
the
well.
exact same thing. Yeah, so like that would happen, and then the second chapter, it's gonna be the same, like, you know, the Yuki situation. Yuki got donated, and then afterwards Kenjaku or Sukuna's just gonna be on his whole spiel of just like, I was waiting for this exact moment, ha ha ha, main villain BS.
Mhm.
But I don't think Gojo has anything else afterwards. I think it's just Gojo proved that like he is that guy, that he actually beat 10 Shadows. So yeah.
Which that leads to my final point I wanted to talk about this week. Dude, Gege will take any excuse to draw fucking Toji.
Yeah.
I mentioned the callback, the cut could end, but like literally he's like, when did I get this? When was the last time I was pushed this far back? And it's Toji. I'm like, dude, what?
I can't complain.
I know you
already
can't,
told
but I'm
Fruit
like,
about
this
but
guy
I can't
has
complain.
been fully dead for what? In universe, like 9, 8 years? Like, come on. Let him
He's
die.
the Kitty, my favorite character, to the King of Curses. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Yeah, but
Looks good in the new art style too.
he
It's
looks
just so
really
great.
good. I would really like to see, I guess, some fan art of Toji from the Hidden Inventory redrawn in this art style, in this newer,
Yeah.
I guess, more polished.
Mhm.
Be really cool to see. To our fans, you know, out there, please, please tweet us on Twitter. We want to see this. I guess also that I just wanted to point out. I wanted to point out sometime today, the Shibuya. I know you guys have both seen it. The Shibuya trailer came out. Would be Thursday this week, this past week, as of recording. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It looks amazing. Choso does not look weird finally, which I'm excited about. I am just so hyped now. We got great JJK chapters. We got Shibuya starting at the end of this month. What would it be? Starting this coming Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. August 31st, 2023, as of recording, a week from Thursday. So, yeah, go check it out. It's going to be great. If you haven't read it and you want to go read it, or just don't and just wait. Either way.
Just wait. So yeah. Dries, did you add anything else about this chapter?
Not really. Sorry, I had to dip out because there's an issue going on. But no worries, it's fine. So I missed a little bit there. Honestly, we pretty much covered everything that I was going to talk about. This has just been a crazy chapter, and it's been awesome to see it finally reach its climax. Like this fight, I'm so excited to be able to go back, however many chapters it is, and just reread this whole fight in succession. And then once the actual published English translations reach it, to just reread it again. Like this fight has been so entertaining, and I have just loved it so much. And I'm both happy and sad that it is coming to an end, because it really does. But I mean, at the same time, it's been so cool.
Like, I think people, you know, in universe, they always say the pinnacle of like a jujutsu technique or cursed energy is the domain expansion. I think of like an audience of us consuming the series, I think personally to me, this is like the pinnacle of like a jujutsu battle. Is I'm calling it that because like of course these are like the top 0.00001% of cursed energy users and whatever, but like I don't think I personally, looking back, I could be wrong, I could eat my words in like 2 seconds after I say this, looking back, I don't think I've seen anyone before this fight use their cursed energy and techniques so optimally before, and it's such creative. I could eat my words, I'm saying, but using their just their skill set and abilities in such an optimal and creative way, which, like Max, I'm excited and I'm sad to see this fight end because this is a great fight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah, just wait until we see Yuji versus Kenjaku. I mean,
dude, I want to see Yuji. I want to see, like, again, I guess calling back to like using stuff in creative optimum ways. Nick had sent me a TikTok about how Geto just terribly uses his technique, and how that brought me thinking about like how Kenjaku used like the mini maximum Uzumakis, in him and Yuji's or Yuki's fight. Sorry, not Yuji. I'm just excited for that fight now that Max brought it up. But no, it's exciting to see something like this because, oh gosh, yeah, no, this is great.
Yeah.
I'll shut up and let you guys talk if you guys need to say anything.
Nick,
Oh,
any
good.
more thoughts, Nick?
I agree. This fight is so good. I want to give a lot of props to Gege themselves just for being so good at writing fights. Because like, what is it? As Prudent talked about before, like they said the Pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery was a domain expansion, but I feel like Gege wrote themselves into a hole just by making that, because like the whole concept of a domain is really cool, but it's like it's the finisher, right? So Gege has figured out creative and great ways to every time have a domain expansion go on in a fight, and then that isn't it. That's not where the fight ends. And they always find a creative way on how the domain either affects the fight or afterwards, or how it cancels out. I just think it's really good.
It's like those old infomercials. Wait, there's more.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I think, I don't know. I can't really argue anything else. I'm excited to see the fight end, but I'm also really sad to see that, like, listen, Gojo's done after this, and if Sukuna's done after this too, I will be shocked. I will be so shocked.
So next week we will be holding in the Jujutsu Church. We will be holding a funeral.
Yes.
But
yes, exactly.
You gotta come back to find out for who. You gotta find out for who.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think it'd be really, really cool and funny if Sukuna did lose this fight. I want to see Kenjaku, or not Kenjaku. I want to see Kashimo's reaction. Like, he's like, dude, I came back just to kill this dude. What? Like, what? Like, is he gonna go after Gojo? Is he gonna turn against like Jujutsu High? Like, what would be his reaction to his one
That'd
purpose?
Be crazy.
Like,
yeah.
Is it what he goes back to Kenjaku and he's like, he's the one that tries to kill Kenjaku now. He's like, come on, I'm gonna kill you now. And we see that hear me out. I'm theorizing right now. I'm gonna cook for a second. He accidentally made a binding vow to only use his technique on Sukuna. Sukuna loses. He goes to Kenjaku. He's gonna use his technique on Kenjaku. Binding vow. We see what actually happens when someone doesn't listen to a binding vow or breaks a binding vow. I don't know. God strikes Kashimo down and turns him to a speck of dust or something because he tried to use his technique on Kenjaku. I don't know. It could be cool.
Maybe we'll find it. Maybe Gege will pull a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and just be like, Jesus was the OG cursed user.
Gojo actually has Jesus' eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the
Full
first 6 eyes
circle.
user,
That's why
yeah.
we're in church. That's why we're in church.
Oh,
Praise
Go, boy.
Jesus, the OJ cursed user.
The OG Jujutsu Sorcerer champion.
The ability to turn water into wine was the first curse technique.
Yeah. Activate curse technique miracle.
Christ is actually Tengen.
That'd be really fun.
Oh,
That
not
actually would be
Christ.
really.
God,
That
God
would.
be Ten.
Yeah.
Not Christ.
Same thing. Haha. I don't know enough about religion anyway.
No, but yeah, dude, we've got some great. This next chapter is gonna be amazing, and I'm all for it. I'm excited. We're not on break yet. Maybe we'll get our little week break after this fight ends. And then we
Probably.
can have basically a 2-week period to process what the fuck. Part of my language. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Over the course of the last. How long has this fight been going? A month? Month and a half?
Something like that.
However long this fight's been going, we can process these last few months. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see when this fight started, because it also makes sense, because like they try to wind up fights with when chapters get released.
Yeah.
Or like not chapters, volumes, excuse me.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this fight technically started on chapter what is it? Chapter 223.
3 months ago.
So I think more than 3 months even.
Well, it
Yeah,
got
started
put
in
in
May.
place 3-4 months. I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
May,
I
June,
might be.
July, August, so 4.
But yeah, so we got WoW. We don't got a WoW.
Yeah.
We don't got a WoW. I don't know why I said that. This is ending next week.
Yeah,
And we get to see this cool fight go.
yeah. And then we get to theorize on what will happen afterwards, and it'll be so epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we're all gonna be wrong.
Yep.
The Chinese army will actually abduct everyone, and they will be forced to learn Mandarin, and the entire rest of the series will be written in Mandarin.
That'd be really funny.
Gege's actually a Chinese spy this entire time.
This whole story is just. It's designed to indoctrinate you to love
Oh.
love China.
I was gonna say he's been turning us into sleeper agents.
That's possible.
Like he's gonna go on an interview and say in chain, and then we're all gonna like, the code's gonna like activate, and we're all gonna be our sleeper agent like stuff is gonna come out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was my thought about that.
For legal reasons, that's all a joke. Hey,
Yeah.
Chinese bot who's
Yeah.
scanning
Like,
a
we
video.
said-
Please do
like,
not
we
deduct
said
any of
sorry.
my social credit points. I really like those, and I need them.
I need to take the train.
I need to take the
please.
train, please. I don't want to walk. My little feetsies hurty. And if my credit score is if my credit score is too low, then I can't go see the state mandated doctor, and then I can't get my state mandated medicine. Anyway, this isn't anti-communism. This is just anti-China. That was a joke, please. That was a joke, please, please.
All right, I think that's
a wonderful place to cut it off.
Now, segueing into the end of this episode, before we get swatted, I guess, thank you so much for listening to the Jumpcast, as always.
We appreciate your patronage.
You're the one that did the intro today.
Me, I'll take care of it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Just this wonderful episode. And we hope that you come back for the next one that will come out next week. So yeah, I'm trying to think if we have any other updates. I don't think we will. What is it? I believe the plan is that we will be having our other episodes finally be backlogged onto the new channel.
Yes.
Yeah,
gonna
if
start
that doesn't
this
happen,
last
that's
week.
okay.
My college semester just started this last week, and I completely spaced out on that. I'm gonna try and do at least 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah.
At least more, probably.
Yeah. So it will be updated eventually. So yeah, please like and please comment if you have any other ideas or opinions. We'd love to see what you guys think, and we'd love to create a discourse around that. So yeah, You can also, follow us on Twitter. I don't know if we have any other social media besides that.
Not yet.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
not yet.
Or isn't it
um,
called X now, technically?
Shut up.
Yeah, it's called X, but everyone calls it Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Twitter to me.
Yeah. Besides that, everyone have a wonderful rest of their week, and we hope to see you here just the same time at the Honored One Six Eyes Church every Sunday, baby.
Every
Please join us for
Sunday.
a funeral service next week.
Yes.
An announcement of who that funeral will be coming this Wednesday.
We'll have
Yes.
cookies and donuts in the back, so feel free to
And
just
coffee.
yeah, and coffee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah.
all right.
Alrighty.
Thanks for watching. See you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Bye.